Welcome to Know and Go podcast series. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating deep dive into something utterly universal, yet still shrouded in mystery: dreams.
That's right.
We all experience them, often every night. But what truly happens when our minds conjure up these intricate, sometimes bizarre narratives?
Uh-huh.
Our mission today is to move beyond the surface and uncover the profound insights modern science offers about your nightly adventures, giving you a fresh perspective on this essential part of sleep.
It's true. Dreams are incredibly common, an experience shared across cultures and time, yet the scientific understanding of them, well, it continues to evolve rapidly.
Right.
What's truly fascinating is how far we've come since the foundational theories of figures like Freud, with extensive scientific inquiry now driving our understanding. But fundamental questions still remain debated.
Definitely.
We'll explore not just what we know, but what that knowledge means for you.
So let's pull back that curtain right at the start. When we talk about dreams, what exactly are these fleeting, often illogical experiences? Are they just random neural fireworks? Or is there more to their sensory richness than we usually assume? Because for most of us, it feels like it's all about the visuals, isn't it?
That's a crucial point, yeah. Because while visual imagery is prominent, dreams are far more than just mental movies. They are complex, mental, emotional, and sensory experiences occurring during sleep.
Sensory, too.
Oh, yeah. And to your point about senses, while visuals dominate for many, dreams can actually involve all five senses.
Wow.
Interestingly, research shows that individuals who are blind from birth, for example, often experience dreams rich in sound, touch, taste, and smell, sometimes even more so than sighted individuals.
So the brain is just sort of filling in the gaps.
It suggests that, yeah, it shows just how adaptable the dreaming mind really is.
That's a powerful insight right there, that dreams aren't limited to what we perceive in waking life.
Mm.
So, beyond the senses, what else defines a dream? Are they always these wild, surreal journeys, or can they be surprisingly mundane?
They really span an incredible spectrum. Typically, dreams unfold from a first-person perspective, placing you squarely at the center of your own nocturnal narrative.
Okay, so you're in the dream.
Usually, yes. They're also fundamentally involuntary. You're not consciously directing the plot, which is, a core part of their mystery and appeal.
Right, you're just along for the ride.
Exactly. Content-wise, they can range from utterly illogical, almost surreal sequences to surprisingly coherent stories that closely mirror your waking life.
Mm.
It's common for dreams to involve interactions with other people, often provoking intense emotions, and they frequently weave in elements from your daily experiences.
Like things that happen that day.
Precisely, albeit often in distorted or recontextualized ways. The key takeaway here is that your brain isn't passive. It's actively constructing these internal worlds.
That active construction leads us to the biggest question of all. Why do we dream?
Ah, the big one.
Is there some grand evolutionary purpose, or are they simply a side effect of our brains powering down? This is where the landscape of theories really gets intriguing, because there's no single, universally agreed upon answer.
No, there isn't.
The debate has been ongoing for centuries.
Indeed, the why of dreaming is one of the most vigorously debated topics in sleep science. What's fascinating is how various theories, despite their differences, collectively point towards the idea that dreams are not just random noise,
Okay.
but rather serve crucial functions for our waking minds.
Such as?
Well, one prominent idea is that dreaming is deeply associated with memory consolidation.
Memory. Okay.
Your brain, while you sleep, isn't just resting. It's actively sifting through the day's experiences, deciding what to keep, what to discard, and strengthening neural connections related to learning and memory.
So it's like our brain's nightly filing system, optimizing what we've learned.
Precisely. That's a good way to put it. Another compelling theory posits that dreams are vital for emotional processing.
Ah, emotions. That feels right.
Yeah, it's a kind of nocturnal emotional gymnasium where your brain can safely engage with and rehearse feelings in different imagined contexts, helping you regulate and understand your emotions without real-world consequences. This could be particularly important for processing stress or trauma.
That makes a lot of sense.
Some experts also view dreaming as a form of mental housekeeping, essentially clearing away partial, erroneous, or unnecessary information.
Decluttering the mind.
Kind of, yeah. Decluttering your neural pathways.
I love that image. Our brain doing its nightly chores, tidying up. Are there other significant theories about why we step into these nightly worlds?
Oh, yes. There's also the instant replay theory, which suggests dream content is a distorted review and analysis of recent events from your waking life.
Like a recap.
Sort of, yeah, kind of internal debrief.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect playback,
Yeah.
but a reprocessing that allows for unique perspectives.
Interesting.
However, it's also worth noting the view that dreaming might simply be an incidental byproduct of sleep, without any essential purpose or profound meaning.
Too nice.
In that perspective, yeah, dreams are just the brain's activity during sleep, like background noise.
Mm.
But the key insight here for you, the listener, is that regardless of the exact why, these theories collectively highlight the brain's active role during sleep,
Right.
suggesting that our nighttime experiences contribute significantly to our mental well-being and cognitive function. Your sleep isn't just downtime, it's prime time for brain work.
That emphasis on active brain work is a game changer. So if we connect this to the bigger picture of our sleep cycle, when are these dreams actually happening?
Good question.
Are we dreaming all night long, or is there a prime time for dream activity? I always feel like my most vivid dreams happen right before I wake up.
You're intuitively picking up on a key pattern there. On average, most people dream for about 2 hours each night, though it can vary quite a bit.
2 hours. Wow.
Yep. And dreams can occur during any stage of sleep, but you're absolutely right. They are most prolific, intense, and memorable during the rapid eye movement, or REM stage.
REM sleep. Okay.
During REM sleep, your brain activity significantly increases compared to non-REM stages, often mirroring waking brain patterns.
So it's really active.
Very active. This heightened activity explains why REM dreams are typically more vivid, fantastical, and often bizarre, even if they incorporate elements from your waking life. They can feel incredibly imaginative, almost like a separate reality.
So the brain is really buzzing during REM. What about dreams in the non-REM stages? Do they feel fundamentally different?
They do, yeah, and it's an important distinction. Non-REM dreams, by contrast, tend to be more coherent, often involving thoughts or memories grounded in a specific time and place.
Less weird, maybe.
Generally, yes.
Mm.
They might feel less like an elaborate story and more like a detailed thought process, perhaps replaying a conversation or pondering a problem.
Mm.
What's also crucial is that the majority of REM sleep happens in the second half of your night, particularly in the hours just before you wake up.
Ah, so that's why they feel closer to waking.
Exactly. This means most of your intense, vivid dreaming is concentrated in those final hours of sleep, making it more likely you'll recall them when you wake up.
This brings us to another fascinating and often debated point that everyone wonders about. Do dreams actually have meaning?
Yes.
Maybe can
Meaning.
we interpret them for insights into our lives? Or is that just wishful thinking? Because you hear so much about dream dictionaries and what specific images mean.
Right, the interpretation of dreams. And whether they hold any reliably consistent meaning, well, that remains a considerable point of controversy within the scientific community.
So no easy answers there.
Not really.
Yeah.
While some psychologists, particularly those in certain therapeutic traditions, argue that dreams can offer profound insights into a person's psyche or daily life, many others find their content too inconsistent, symbolic, or, frankly, bewildering to deliver verifiable, universal meaning.
Mm.
Most experts agree on one thing, though. Dreams undeniably incorporate content from waking experiences, though often in a changed or misrepresented way. You might recognize people or places, even if their appearance or context is distorted.
So we're definitely drawing from our real lives, but the meaning of that content is where it gets highly subjective and less scientifically certain.
Precisely. You've got it. There are two main scientific hypotheses here. The continuity hypothesis, which suggests dreams and waking life are deeply intertwined, with overlapping themes.
Kind of connected.
Yeah, implying a more direct relationship. Then there's the discontinuity hypothesis, which argues that thinking during dreams and wakefulness is structurally distinct, almost separate cognitive processes.
Interesting contrast.
Ultimately, while engaging in personal dream analysis can be a valuable part of self-reflection or a therapeutic process for some individuals, there is no definitive, scientifically proven method for interpreting their specific meaning in your everyday waking life.
So maybe focus less on a dictionary meaning and more on personal reflection.
That might be a more useful approach, yes. The most consistent meaning might simply be the brain's continuous processing of your experiences.
Beyond just a dream, are there different categories we should be aware of?
There are, yeah.
And what about those truly disturbing experiences we call nightmares? How do they differ from just a bad dream? Because I think many people use those terms interchangeably.
That's a really common point of confusion, and it's important to clarify. Dreams certainly come in many forms. For example, you might experience a lucid dream.
Ah, lucid dreaming, where you know you're dreaming.
Exactly, which is incredibly unique because you become actively aware that you're dreaming while it's happening, sometimes even gaining a degree of control over the dream.
Cool.
Then there are vivid dreams, which simply means they have exceptionally realistic or clear content, making them feel very real and intense.
Okay.
A bad dream, in general terms, simply has bothersome or distressing content. It's unpleasant, but typically doesn't have lasting impact.
And what about those recurring dreams that many people experience, ones that keep coming back?
Yes, recurring dreams are another type, involving the same imagery or plot repeating over time.
That can be unsettling.
It can be, yeah, and often points to an unresolved issue or repeated thought pattern. It's also worth noting some common dream themes that appear across different types, like flying, falling, being chased.
Or the classic trying to find a bathroom dream.
That one too.
Yeah.
These are frequently reported. Now, specifically for nightmares.
Right, the distinction.
The key distinction in sleep medicine is that a nightmare is a bad dream, so intense it causes you to wake up from sleep.
Ah, the waking up part is crucial.
It is. This forceful awakening is what differentiates it from a general bad dream. While occasional bad dreams are normal, frequent nightmares can significantly interfere with your sleep quality and may lead to impaired thinking and mood during the day.
So that's where dreams can shift from fascinating to problematic.
Exactly. That's the threshold.
So what does this all mean for your actual sleep quality? Do dreams generally help or hinder a good night's rest? Because it sounds like most dreams are a normal part of the process.
They are.
But nightmares are the real troublemaker.
You've hit on the critical insight there. In most cases, dreams don't negatively affect sleep at all. They are a normal, healthy, and even beneficial part of the sleep process.
Okay, good to know.
They typically don't disrupt your rest. The clear exception, as you pointed out, are nightmares.
Because they wake you up.
Exactly. Because nightmares cause awakenings, they become problematic if they occur frequently. These distressing dreams might even make you unconsciously avoid sleep, leading to insufficient sleep.
Oh, wow.
And that's when they begin to negatively impact your daytime health and functioning.
And it sounds like this can become a difficult, self-perpetuating cycle.
It absolutely can. A vicious cycle might develop. Prior sleep deprivation, perhaps from avoiding sleep because of nightmares,
Right.
can actually induce a REM sleep rebound, which might, in turn, worsen your nightmares.
Oh, no, that sounds terrible.
It can be. This cycle can even escalate into insomnia, becoming a chronic sleep problem for some individuals. So if you're experiencing nightmares more than once a week, finding your sleep frequently fragmented,
Or just feeling off during the day.
yeah, or experiencing significant daytime sleepiness or mood changes as a result, it's definitely worth talking with a doctor or a sleep specialist to investigate further. This isn't just bad dreams. It's a sleep health issue.
Hey, worth taking seriously. Now, for those of you curious about your own unique dream world, or perhaps wanting to document them for self-reflection, how can you improve your dream recall?
Remembering them.
There are actually some practical strategies you can try to capture those often fleeting narratives.
Yes, if you want to remember your dreams better, there are indeed a few tips experts recommend that can genuinely help.
Hmm?
First, try to think about your dreams the very instant you wake up.
Like, immediately.
Immediately. Dreams can vanish in moments, so make remembering them your absolute first conscious thought. Before you even sit up or reach for your phone, just close your eyes and try to replay the dream in your mind.
That makes sense. It's like trying to catch smoke. You have to be incredibly quick and focused.
Exactly. Good analogy. Second, have a journal or a simple smartphone app on hand right by your bed to quickly record details.
Jot it down fast.
Yeah, it's crucial to capture them before they fade completely. Even a few keywords or images can help trigger a fuller memory later.
Okay.
Third, try to wake up peacefully in the morning. An abrupt, jarring alarm can jolt you out of a dream so suddenly that it makes it much harder to recall the dream's details.
So maybe a gentler alarm.
Consider a gentler alarm or maybe a natural light alarm clock, something that allows those memories to linger a bit.
Good tip.
And finally, before bedtime, set an intention. Remind yourself that dream recall is a priority.
Tell yourself you'll remember.
Kind of, yeah. While it's not a magic bullet, telling yourself you will remember your dreams can encourage your mind to pay more attention and allocate the time needed for reflection upon waking. It's about priming your brain for recall.
Interesting psychological trick there. And on the flip side, if nightmares are a problem for you, causing distress and seriously disrupting your sleep, What can you do to reduce them and regain control of your nights?
Right, managing nightmares.
This is where understanding dreams can significantly impact your quality of life.
Absolutely. For frequent distressing nightmares that disturb your sleep, consulting a doctor is an excellent first step.
Rule out other things.
Exactly. Determine if it's nightmare disorder or another underlying condition. Often, treatment involves a type of talk therapy,
Nice APT.
sometimes cognitive behavioral therapy, or specific therapies like imagery rehearsal therapy.
Right.
These help counteract negative thinking, stress, and anxiety that can worsen nightmares. This therapy can specifically help you reframe your emotional reaction to negative imagery, because simply trying to suppress negative thoughts, well, that can sometimes paradoxically exacerbate nightmares.
Trying not to think about it makes it worse.
Often, yes. The key insight here is addressing the underlying emotional and psychological triggers.
So it's about fundamentally changing your relationship with the distressing content rather than trying to force it away.
Precisely. Beyond therapy, significantly improving your overall sleep hygiene can make a profound difference.
Sleep hygiene. The basics.
The basics, but they're so important. This includes maintaining a stable sleep schedule every single day, even on weekends.
Consistency is key.
Very key to regulate your body's natural clock. Be very mindful of the content you consume before bed. Avoid anything scary, distressing, or overly stimulating in the hours leading up to sleep.
Put down the horror movie, maybe.
Probably a good idea, yes.
Yeah.
Also, establish a consistent wind-down routine each night with relaxing activities like light stretching or deep breathing.
Calm the system down.
Ensure you're exercising during the day, which universally helps with sleep quality, but maybe avoid intense exercise too close to bedtime.
Got it.
Limiting alcohol and caffeine, especially in the evening, is also key. Alcohol, for instance, can lead to more concentrated REM sleep later in the night.
Which could mean more nightmares.
It can heighten the risk, yes. Finally, optimize your bedroom into a calm sanctuary. Make it dark, quiet, pleasant smelling, and ensure it's at a comfortable temperature with a supportive mattress and pillow.
Create the right environment.
Exactly. All these factors create an environment conducive to sound sleep and reduce unwanted awakenings that can trigger or worsen nightmares.
What an incredible journey through the world of dreams. From their mysterious purpose to practical ways you can engage with or manage them, it's clear our nightly journeys are far more than just random images.
Definitely more.
Even though science continues to unravel the exact why behind dreaming, understanding these elements can give you a richer, more empowered perspective on your own sleep experience.
It truly highlights how much there is still to learn about our minds and bodies while we rest, yet how actionable some of that knowledge already is.
Yeah.
What's profoundly fascinating is that regardless of how much we fully understand the precise mechanics, the act of dreaming itself remains a uniquely personal and often intriguing experience for each one of us.
So true.
Consider this. If dreams are indeed a form of your brain's nightly software update, processing emotions, integrating memories, and even clearing out mental clutter, what deeper well of resilience or creativity might you unlock if you began to consciously pay just a little more attention to what unfolds in your mind each night? Not just seeing it as random noise, but perhaps as a subtle language from your deepest self.
A really powerful thought to end on. Thank you for listening to this Know and Go episode. We hope this deep dive into dreams has given you plenty to ponder and perhaps even inspired you to better understand and engage with your own slumbering mind.